Hey, this is Bill Pesco-Solito coming to you from the Elite Marketing Pro fan page today. Today is Monday, July 10th, and this is your daily dose of awesome call. So I want to, before I dive in to our call today, I just want to say, see who's here right now. Obviously find out to make sure if you can hear me okay. So if you can hear me, and obviously if you can, just type below where you're watching from today, where you're calling in from, or where you're viewing this, and a little bit about how you're doing. And I'm actually on my handy dandy phone here, going to head over to the Elite Marketing Pro fan page where I'm going to be able to see your comments here. All right, so I see that we're live. We got people commenting already. Whoops, let me turn that down. Awesome, Melinda, you can hear me, very cool. Hey, Pedro, got a lot of people here. Marge and Simone, Derek, how are you? Cool, awesome. So yeah, keep just typing as you're coming on the call. Just drop a comment where you're from today. Obviously, we're excited to have you here. I'm excited, at least. This is going to be a really, really cool daily dose of awesome. And if you are not familiar with the Daily Dose of Awesome or with Elite Marketing Pro, you can first of all head over to elitemarketingpro.com. elitemarketingpro.com, or Elite Marketing Pro, is a phenomenal system and an educational platform to help you build your business online. So if you're a home-based business owner, a network marketer, you're in direct sales, affiliate marketing, Elite Marketing Pro is just an amazing training platform, educational platform to show you how to build your brand online, attract people to you online, generate leads online, and do it in a way that's really cool and fun and not slimy or salesy or anything like that. Especially if you're a network marketer and you're sick of chasing down friends and family, you want to build it online instead. Elite Marketing Pro is your home for that. So get back to the person that referred you to this call, if someone referred you onto this call, or just go to elitemarketingpro.com. So now that I have said that, again, I'm fired up for you guys today, fired up for this call. What I've titled this Daily Dose of Awesome today is how to profile your prospects and uncover their pain so that you can provide the right solution to them every single time. Now, the reason why I'm doing this particular topic today is because I'm in Elite Marketing Pro, as you probably know, if you guys are part of the community. Elite Marketing Pro has a couple of different Facebook groups. And I was in the Facebook groups, and I saw, or I often see, people commenting on, asking, what do I say to my leads? If I'm talking to a new lead or a prospect, whether it's on the phone, whether it's through private message, whether I've got them on a Skype call, or maybe I've got them on a Zoom call, it seems like there's like a big loss. Like people literally just don't even know where to start with the conversation. And as much as a lot of us love automation and want everything to just happen on an automated manner, to actually communicate one-on-one with a lead or a prospect is the most powerful and effective way to sell them. Now, it's not necessarily the most scalable method. You can only make so many calls a day or talk to so many people in a day. But to have that one-on-one interaction, it's just second to none. And so right now, as you guys are coming on, and when you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking down at my phone so I can see your comments here. If you are currently trying to communicate one-on-one with your prospects or leads, so again, whether that's private message or a phone call or Skype or Zoom or whatever the method, if you are currently doing that, or if you want to do that, just type a 1 in the comments section below. So just put your finger on the little 1 button, just type a 1 below, and that way I can see that there's a lot of people doing that. Hey, Jan, got Jan Fansler on. Oh, Jan said 1. Hey, Barbara. Cool. All right. So, got some 1s coming in. Amanda, Robert, awesome. Cool, Barbara. So, especially if you are, more 1. Oh, good. Lots of 1s coming across. And there's a bit of a delay here from my end to yours. So, a lot of, cool. So, one of the things that you have to understand so actually I'm going to make a couple of assumptions here first. So my first assumption is this. Assumption number one is that you're taking action on what you're learning within Elite Marketing Pro as far as the training is concerned, meaning you're implementing and taking action on the principles of attraction marketing, right? So you're attracting people to you rather than just chasing random people down. Right, so that's the first thing. I'm going to assume that you are doing that, or that if you just started, that you're starting to do that, or you're trying to do that. Now, the second thing I'm going to assume is that you're also starting, at least starting or thinking about branding yourself. Right, so branding you, right, creating that you Inc. And you're doing that maybe through you've got your own blog, or you got a Facebook fan page, or a YouTube channel, or some kind of web property that is you, and you're branding yourself. So another way of branding yourself is by creating content. Perhaps you're sharing the EMP, the Elite Marketing Pro content. You're sharing their blog posts. And then the third thing I'm going to assume here with this training here is that, again, you're communicating, or you have a desire to at least communicate with prospects in either somehow, a phone call, a private message, which is the least effective, but phone call, a Skype call, a Zoom call, some kind of a way where you can actually have a one-on-one conversation back and forth with this particular lead or prospect. Okay, so that's kind of the basis. Now, before you now talk to anyone, there's three ways to profile. There's three categories of people that you're going to come across. All right. The first one, and we've got some more people. Awesome, more people. Hey, we got Eric Duncanson. Hey, there's my wife, Michelle. What's up? So, number one, and this isn't necessarily in order or anything like that, but the first type of person, the first category of person you're going to come across is what I call, I love my company. Okay, this is an I love my company person, meaning you're talking to this person and you ask them, what company they're in or how it's going, and they say, oh, it's amazing. I'm in the best company. I'm in company XYZ. We have the best products, the best comp plan. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I love my company. I just love it, love it, love it, love it. My upline's the bomb. All these, they're gushing about their company. However, they like to learn how to build it online, right? Maybe they're tired of doing home meetings, or they're tired of chasing friends and family, or whatever the case might be, right? So they love their company. They just don't love the way currently it's being built. They're building it, right? They want to do, like I said, online methods, attraction marketing, maybe use Facebook, whatever the case is, right? So in this particular case, in this scenario, it doesn't make a lot of sense for you to then say, oh, that's awesome. Well, let me tell you about my network marketing company. Right? Because I know a lot of us, or a lot of you on this call, you might want to be promoting Elite Marketing Pro, but you also want to promote your network marketing company. And so there's this kind of like a balancing act, like it's a seesaw. Well, if I'm leading with Elite Marketing Pro, when do I introduce my network marketing company? Or if I'm in Elite Marketing Pro, how am I going to build my MLM? And it can be a little maybe confusing at times. So understanding who you're speaking with is going to help you know what direction to go, right? Am I going down path A, talking about, say, Elite Marketing Pro, or am I going down path B, which is talking about my network marketing company? Well, in the case of the category number one, I love my company person, it doesn't make any sense for, after they just gushed over their MLM for the last 5 minutes, for you to be like, well, let me tell you about mine, right? Because that's not what they're looking for, right? So that would be an obvious cue for you to process this and say, okay, it sounds like in your own mind that Elite Marketing Pro is where this conversation could go with this person. Because again, you can still obviously sign up into Elite Marketing Pro, and you can still earn commissions that way. Now, the second category number two, is I'm in a company. I have a network marketing company, or an affiliate marketing company, or direct sales of some kind, but I'm struggling. Right? I'm struggling in my company. So they like their company, they like the products, but they're not in love with it. They're not gushing about it. And they're definitely struggling to make it work. Right? They're not recruiting as many distributors as they thought they would have at this point. They're not selling as much product. Maybe they're not getting as much help from their upline as they had hoped or expected they would, or things were maybe promised initially and it hasn't turned out that way, or whatever, right? Whatever. Now, it's really easy to distinguish between the I love my company person and the I'm struggling and I might be open to switching type person when you ask a simple question, which is I'll get to in a second, right? So actually, hang on, bear with me. I'll get to that question in a second. But it's going to right off the bat distinguish which type of category they're in. Now, the third and final category of person that you would encounter is the I don't have a company, right? So if you say, oh, are you currently, do you have building business online? And they say, no, I don't have a company right now. I'm not a network marketing company or I have nothing. And likely what this could be is that the person has maybe taken a hiatus. They've been in network marketing in the past. Maybe they were in Amway back in the 90s or who knows what. So they're familiar with it or they've done it, but they're just not actually currently in a company. So they're married to nothing. Now, this person is someone that you should right off the bat recognize because they say, what company are you currently building? They say, none. And you say, why is that? And they'll explain. Then okay, this is definitely a person that I should talk to about my network marketing opportunity, right? Because they have nothing. They're not attached to anything. So category 2, it could go either way. A category 2 person might go where you talk to them about Elite Marketing Pro, or it might go where you talk with them about your network marketing opportunity. It just depends on how the conversation goes as you're speaking with them, okay? So, and I'll get into questions to ask and how to proceed, but just first, right off the bat, you have to know that these are the 3 different profiles of a person that you're going to be communicating with, all right? And drop a 2, type a 2, the number 2 below. First of all, if this makes sense. Right, if you get this, or click on the like button or the heart button. I just want to make sure that you guys are getting this because I'm telling you, just being armed with this information before you even go into your call, it's going to help you tremendously when you're then actually on the call. All right, so I've got about 5 minutes left here, so just drop some. Okay, I got some 2s and some likes coming over. Awesome. Keep those 2s coming. Keep those likes coming. So. Okay, so we now understand the 3 profiles. The I love my company, I'm struggling in my company, and I have no, what company? I got no company, right? So now you're talking to your leads. All right, so first of all, people want to buy, but no one likes to be sold, right? Trust me, just look at your own behavior when you walk into the mall, when you walk into a department store, right? You walk into the department store, you're probably looking to buy something, and the salesperson comes up and they say, help you? You're like, no, I'm just looking. No, I'm just looking, right? It's like this shield comes up and we're like, no, don't sell me, right? But we voluntarily walked into the department store looking to buy something, but yet we don't want to be sold. It's weird, whatever. It's just human nature. It's science. I don't know. But it's how it is, right? So we all want to buy. We just don't want to be sold, right? And if that makes sense, click like. If you agree with me there, click the like button or hit the number 1 button. Type 1. Okay, so how do we do this then? How, when we're on talking with people, do we sell without selling, or do we get them to buy without selling? Well, it's what I call it. You're being a consultant, not a salesperson. All right. Every time I've ever spoken with someone, I've talked to thousands and thousands of leads before, thousands of leads. I've recruited hundreds and hundreds of people back into our former network marketing company a couple years back. Recruited first, immediate first downline, first line down, hundreds and hundreds of people I've personally recruited into what was our company. You be the doctor and they're the patient. That's how I look at this. I'm the doctor and they're the patient. And the easiest way to understand this is think about when you walk into a doctor's office, right? What does the doctor do? They start asking you questions. They diagnose you, right? They ask you, where does it hurt? What are your symptoms? What are you feeling? Right? You don't just walk into a doctor's office and they give you penicillin without even talking to you. But sadly, that's what so many people in the home-based business space do, is they just cram something down someone's throat without asking them questions first. Right? So you have to diagnose your prospect's pain the way the doctor diagnoses the patient when the patient walks into the office. You guys getting that? Does that make sense? If it does, click like. All right. So how do you diagnose? Well, you do this by asking questions, but not just any kind of questions. You do this by asking open-ended questions. And there's a series of open-ended questions that you can ask to extract the information out of them, because that's really all you want to do here. You want to extract information out of the prospect. You want to peel away the layers of the onion, right, to get down to what the root really is. And once you understand the root pain, what's really going on, then you can provide a solution. You can prescribe a prescription the way the doctor is to cure their pain, right? And that's how you can sell without selling. Right? Because they want to buy, they don't want to be sold. But if you can provide them a solution, a pain pill, prescribe something that's going to get rid of their business pain, they won't perceive it as they're being sold. They'll perceive it as they're making a good decision based upon your consultative recommendation. Kind of like when the doctor says, I'm going to write you a prescription, to clear up your herpes. And you're like, thanks, yeah, I'll take that gladly, right? And then you go and you get the prescription filled. You want the pain gone. And so when the doctor prescribes something, you willingly, take the medication. This is now what you're going to do with your prospects. Does that make sense? If you're getting that, click the like button. I want to see some likes and some hearts going across here. Okay, just a couple minutes left here. So, open-ended questions. You ask open-ended questions. Now, what's an open-ended question, you may ask, Bill? Well, an open-ended question is a question that can't be answered with a yes or a no. So, for example, a closed-ended question would be, are you hungry? The person says yes or no. An open-ended question is, when you're hungry, what do you like to eat? Right? Same question, but one's closed, one's open. Right? So another version for you guys. Closed-ended question, are you familiar with network marketing? Yes or no. Open-ended version is, tell me, what have you heard about network marketing? Right? Kind of the same question, but one's open, one's closed. The open-ended question is going to get them to open up and talk, right? And that's what you want. So, when I would hop on the phone with people, again, this would be phone, Skype, Zoom, Bloom, whatever technology you're using, one of the first things I would say is, hey, the reason for my call is you opted into one of my websites requesting information on how to build your business online. Right? Or, hey, this is Bill from Dallas. The reason for my call is you requested information from my websites on how to generate more leads online, or how to attract laser-targeted prospects online, or whatever you feel like going, whatever the route is that they got you now, right? So it's the reason I'm calling is because you opted into my thing about how to build your business online or generate more leads or whatever, and they say, oh yeah, but is this still the case? Are you still looking to build your business online or generate more leads? And say, yes, perfect. I said, so tell me. And this is how I identify category 1, 2, or 3. Tell me. Do you currently have a business, or are you considering starting one? Now, here's where they're going to say, if this is here where it happens. If they say, oh, I currently have a business, I say, great. Which one? And they'll say, I'm in blah, blah, blah. I say, how's it going? And they'll say, it's awesome. I love it. It's the best. It's like, our products are great. I get more energy. My hair's fuller. My skin's better. My energy levels are through the roof, right? Now this is a category 1 person, right? If I say, great, do you currently have a business, or are you looking to start one? They say, oh, I don't have one right away. Okay, category 3. Like, no, I'm not in anything right now. I just, saw your thing and, opted in and we're talking. Boom, okay. A level 3, category 3 person, right? They don't have a company. They're not in a business. They're considering this. They're open to something new. So now you go the route of your network marketing company. Now, if you say, great, do you currently have a business? Yes. Oh, how's it going? You're like, it's going okay. So do you see the difference there? Like the number 1 person is going to be, it is the best thing since sliced bread. I'm telling you, I love it. Right? Where the category 2 person, they're like, they're struggling. They'll be like, yeah, it's going okay. It could be going better. Or it was going good at the start. Now it's kind of tapered off or whatever. You got to listen. You'll hear in their voice. You'll almost hear just by the tone. Right? It doesn't even matter the words are important, but you can almost just go in the tone of what they're saying alone, and that'll tell you, right, if they're category 1 or 2. However, you want to listen to the words as well, which will even be, more, but you'll know right away, okay, this person it could be open to discussing Elite Marketing Pro, or they could be open to discussing my network marketing opportunity, but you've got to dig further. All right, you got to keep digging, ask more questions. And I'm almost done here. So if you guys are liking this, again, click the likes, click the hearts, because I'm wrapping it up here real quick. Okay, so you say, what business are you in? And they say, I'm in company blah, blah, blah. You say, great, how's it going? They say, it's going okay. Okay, so tell me, would you say, what would you say, in what ways have your expectations not been met yet? Right, so again, this is assuming that they're like, it's going okay. In what way maybe have your expectations not been met yet? Or in what ways they're only going okay? And then you shut up and listen, right? They're going to start telling you, well, my upline, blah, 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 or the product, blah, 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 or the comp plan, blah, or whatever, right? Whatever. They're going to say what they're going to say, right? And so you listen, you pay attention. You ask them, is it, so like expectations haven't been there. So as far as, building and recruiting, what are the challenges you have right now as far as recruiting people? And they'll say, well, blah, blah, blah. And based upon, if they're saying things like, well, I have no one to talk to, right? If they're saying, well, I've called all my upline says to write down a name of 50 friends and family, and I've done that, and I've exhausted that list, and now I don't know what to do, right? If they're saying things like that, you then think, okay, they're still pretty keen on their company. They're just kind of tapped out of ideas, and they just have there's no one there giving them any good training, right? They don't have any real solid business building tools with them. And so you got to think, okay, this person's an Elite Marketing Pro candidate, because if they still want to build their company, even though they're not loving it, it's not going great, it sounds like what they're really looking for is maybe ways to build it online, some training, just a way to not have to do a home meeting or have to chase down friends and family, so you can take them towards Elite Marketing Pro, right? However, if they're saying things like, well, the company changed the comp plan on me, or well, my upline, I try to reach out to them, I hear crickets, or they said that we were going to have a great community and this vibrant Facebook group I could interact with team members, but it doesn't exist, right? I feel like I'm alone on an island and I'm building this all alone. I got no support or no camaraderie or no team or nothing, and that's really what I was hoping to have. And now, if you're listening to these things, and sometimes it's complaining, but sometimes these things are legitimate, right? They're legitimate things. People want to be a part of a team and a movement and have support and so forth. And if you, now in your scenario, you can provide these things, you can fill in the gaps that are missing right now in their business building experience, that's when you start to ask them more and talk about your network marketing company. All right, so the thing with, obviously, category number one, it's a layup. You're going to talk about Elite Marketing Pro. They love their company so much. Why would you try to pluck them away? This is stupid, right? So you go right to Elite Marketing Pro. The category three, I got no company, is boom, it's a layup. You go talk about your network marketing company, right? Now, category one and category three, believe it or not, are they're the smallest size of these groups. The largest equation, the largest amount of people, the biggest percentage is category number two people. I'm struggling. I kind of would like to maybe keep moving forward with this, but maybe they're open to something new. That's the largest category. So your ability through your open-ended questions and keep asking them more questions and keep peeling away the layers of the onion and really getting to the root of the pain is going to help you decide, okay, is this someone that I want to move forward with, proceed with recommending Elite Marketing Pro? Or is this someone I want to move forward with and proceed by recommending my network marketing opportunity and my team, right? And them joining actually me and working with me. So that's how you're going to do this. So again, we're very limited on time today. I could go on and on, talk about this stuff. It's what I do. It's what I love to do. It's a very passionate, topic of mine. I love talking about. I love coaching and training and talking about how to talk to people and all this fun stuff. So, but we're kind of tapped out. So, in any case, I hope this was helpful. If this was, do me a favor. Click if you got any value at all from this. If you had a little bit of fun today, entertainment. If you feel a little more energized right now, just click the heart button or click the like button or drop a comment below saying whatever. Saying, that was great. So, again, Elite Marketing Pro, daily dose of awesome. I hope that you enjoy this. My name is Bill Pesco-Solito. We're here, not me specifically, but we do this Daily Dose of Awesome call every single day, Monday through Friday, 1 o'clock Eastern Time, 11 o'clock Pacific Time. I think it's 11 o'clock. I don't know, 1 o'clock Eastern. It's noon o'clock for me, Central Time. So whatever that is, Pacific. But anyway, we're here every day. Come back. If you want more information, go to elitemarketingpro.com. And I hope you had fun today. I had a lot of fun. I look forward to talking with you guys again. Again, click like, click hearts, click ones and twos, and we will see you in the next call. Bye, guys.